Hi guys, not that long ago I brought you a video in which ways you can be true to yourself. Now that video is more important than ever as we go through the next phase of this lockdown pandemic. Hi guys, I'm Sambhi and welcome to my channel which is dedicated to you, your family and your relationships. So you'll find everything to do with how to, tricks, tips and advice. So go ahead, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and don't miss out on any further videos. No matter what stage you are in your life, it's always important that you make sure you look after yourself. Now there are certain ways in which you can do that as we go through this next phase, and it all comes down to setting clear boundaries. And us as adults, we need to set boundaries as well for ourselves so that we know where we stand and where our limits are and what we are comfortable with and what we aren't comfortable with. But it's equally important that we share with people those boundaries. Now this video is suitable for everyone, but it may be particularly suitable for you if you class yourself as a people pleaser or really struggle to set personal boundaries when it comes to other people. So I've got 9 tips for you in order to set clear boundaries with others. Now taking care of yourself through the next stage of the pandemic may sound something like, I'm not comfortable with that, I'm really sorry. I know I'm at home most of the time, but I can't work past 6 o'clock or at weekends. Please respect my decision to go back into the office again. Yes, we can see each other, only if we socially distance. Thank you for inviting me, but I'm not quite ready to attend family gatherings just yet. I would love to go out and eat, but can we find somewhere outdoor? I need to take a holiday from work, even though we can't travel. Those 7 scenarios don't happen by chance. Those 7 scenarios can only come true if you are truthful to yourself. Now, in order to set boundaries, you need to be able to identify and highlight 9 areas of your life in order to get to that place you want to be. So the first thing you need to do in order to set clear boundaries and be comfortable with yourself and decisions that you make is to name the emotions and the feelings you get when in company with certain people. Challenging emotions like overwhelm, anger and frustration can be really clear guideposts as to who you need to set those boundaries with. These will help you identify where, when and with whom you need to set boundaries with. Now these challenging emotions that you're feeling may be an indication that that person you're spending time with might be invading on your personal time or space. So by being in tune with your emotion, you are able to ask yourself some clear questions. Why am I feeling this way and what can I do about it? Number 2, setting boundaries will be quite difficult if you've got some long-term relationships with people. However, if you have a disclaimer to start off with that what you're about to set is to do with your well-being and your mental health, then people around you should be in a position to respect that. So break the ice with these individuals and really share how you're feeling, and your resolution to those feelings is to set boundaries. Explain why it's important to you and how it will benefit you as a person, focusing on your own wellness and health. Number 3, express gratitude when other people set boundaries. People who have trouble setting boundaries are often those who struggle responding to boundaries as well. Now, before I began setting my own boundaries, I used to feel quite dismissed or rejected and sometimes angry when other people put limitations or limited my ability to interact with them. But I soon became to realise that people set boundaries in order to protect themselves and to protect certain relationships. So change your attitude when someone shares something with you. Rather than going in all guns blazing, just take a step back and say, I appreciate your honesty. Thank you for sharing that with me, even if that boundary was really hard to hear. Number 4, practice saying no thanks without giving a reason. It is really common to feel like you have to explain or then over-explain your boundary, the reason why you're saying no thanks. But somehow when you start giving a reason, it can make you feel guilty or feel like you are falsifying your reason, and ultimately then doubting your decision. So sometimes the simplest, the honest and the most upfront answer is no thanks. Practice saying no thanks to the small things first, and gradually you'll become aligned to saying it to the bigger things as well. So if your partner or your housemate wants to ask if you want to watch TV, if someone wants to buy you a drink at the bar, no thanks. You don't need to over-explain yourself, because then you'll start feeling guilty and talking yourself out of something that you didn't even want to do in the first place. Craft a VIP list only. Without a clear boundary yourself, you may be the sort of person which overshares too much personal information with other people. And this in turn may make other people feel quite uneasy and make you feel quite vulnerably exposed. So if you've got a history of too much information, then create yourself a VIP list and stick to it. So that VIP list are the only people that you are going to share your personal information with and confide with. This will make it a really safe and secure environment for you to share how you feel. Number 6, take a break from toxic relationships. Maybe you've got a friend that constantly uses you as a sounding board for his or her dilemmas, or asks for favours but doesn't really give in return. Perhaps you've got a friend whose personal struggles really impact on your well-being. So one of the most difficult yet the most rewarding boundary is taking a break and stepping back from those relationships which are no longer good for you. So if you've got a one-sided relationship that makes you feel unseen, unheard or disrespected, then take a break from that relationship. Remember, this isn't selfish. Healthy relationships are mutually nourishing, not one-sided and depleting. Create a post-boundary setting mantra. If you've got a history of people pleasing, then setting boundaries will be a major adjustment to your usual pattern. As such, it is completely normal to feel selfish, guilty or embarrassed after you've just set a totally valid boundary. So be gentle with yourself. Really understand that your setting boundary muscle will take time to ease in and relax. So prepare a little mantra that you tell yourself every time you set a new boundary. Now this could be anything from I set boundaries to keep myself feel safe, or setting boundaries is an act of self-love. Whatever your mantra, make sure you tell yourself morning and night, and the more you tell yourself, the more you'll start believing it. And they work a little bit like positive affirmations to really believe and trust your instincts. Now this mantra could be your anchor, your permanent reminder that the decisions that you are making are for your long-term health and well-being. Number 8, designate a cheerleader. Now every time you set a boundary, go to one person and one person only and share with them what you've just done. Because what they can do is they can be that one person that claps you on the sideline. This person can really allow you to see the progress that you make, even when you're feeling really guilty and self-critical. Because don't forget, if you're a natural people pleaser, setting boundaries will be very uncomfortable for you. But progress only happens once you come out of your comfort zone. So explain to this person, whoever it may be, your partner, your best friend, a relative, that you're in the process of setting some boundaries because of your health and your mental well-being. And you could do with a buddy along the way to just support you and cheer you and give you that helping hand. So celebrate your success. Once you've set a new boundary and put it out there, tell your cheerleader and give each other a high five over the phone, see each other in person, and just really celebrate what you've just done, because I can imagine it wasn't very comfortable. Number 9, imagine how your life will be different. Now, rather than focusing on people pleasing less or not oversharing, imagine the many ways setting boundaries really enhance your life. Gently allow yourself to imagine what your life will be like as you slowly start being true to yourself. How will you change? How will your daily life become richer? How may you feel a little bit more authentic within your relationship? Keep your vision at the forefront of your mind as you make these decisions on a day-to-day basis, which are best for you. Boundaries are tools that allow us to feel safe, secure, and empowered within our relationships. As your journey progresses, you'll start to feel more empowered by the truth. That's not only your right, but your duty to make decisions that are right for yourself. So as we go into this next phase of lockdown, really think about what do you want and why do you want it? And make sure that you set clear boundaries for yourself in order to make yourself feel safe, secure, and empowered in all aspects of your life. And remember, you're not being selfish, and don't feel guilty. Let's ditch the guilt. And let's remind ourselves that this is what we're doing and this is why we are doing it. So tell yourself your mantra day in and day out. So stay true to yourself. And if you missed my previous videos, then just click up there and you will be able to then get back to different ways in which you can be true to yourself. And it all comes down to putting your own happiness first. So those are my 9 tips in order for you to set clear boundaries within your life to feel fulfilled, empowered, and strong. Don't forget, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any further videos. Remember, my channel is dedicated to you, your family, and your relationships. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any further videos. So take care, guys, and really stay strong during this next phase of lockdown restrictions being lifted. Bye.